Hey guys, Baz86 here. My stream decided to go offline for some reason. Yeah, I have got NBA, mate. Yes, I do. Hello, Pete. Yeah, I did. That's what I was waiting on. That's what I've been waiting for most of today to do. So that's why I haven't jumped in with anybody, like party-wise or anything. But yes, I do have NBA, buddy. I do have it.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Brooks. The pass to Valanciunas. Just 5 on the clock. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
From deep. Miami no good on that time either.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Winslow kicks to Morant. Pass to Valanciunas. Fades and shoots.
Nice.
And yes, it's good.
Well, you know Valanciunas can hit a 3, but that 15 to 18 feet range, oh man, that's his sweet spot when shooting.
Mate.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
You would, baby. If you were. Cole, good to have you on the stream. I knew you would come in and stream, so I've got you set up for your Rockets, man. Don't you worry. If anyone remembers, when I did the stream of NBA, Cole was on the edge of his seat and he watched the Rockets play. He watched a couple of Rockets games, and yeah, you enjoyed him, didn't you, Cole? You did indeed, mate. You did enjoy him.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Winslow, how he performed last season. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Yeah, he's been...
Okay. I'm on it.
Making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Now, here's Butler. Trying to end the drought.
Oh.
And it's Morant with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Butler with the steal. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Finally got a bucket.
Butler is never scared to take it amongst the trees.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. And he said Jimmy Butler poses a challenge. One of the top wing players in the league and one of the hardest workers. You have to bring your heart at or he'll embarrass you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David.
Just clap for the healthcare work. Rockets are pretty great, I gotta say. Just clap for healthcare workers. Oh my God, everyone was out doing it. Gave me goosebumps. Homeschooling multiple kids is hard, I must say. Good for you at PHVids. Those people work so hard. They do, guys. They do.
So it's the Grizzlies now. The Heat getting the bucket. Here's Valanciunas. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Valanciunas has got his second basket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
It's good. There's Morant.
OD.
And finished off by Morant.
Man, he takes off like a rocket. I mean, there's a suddenness to Morant's game that most athletes don't have.
Here's Nunn. No good with the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. There's Winslow. Offensive rebound. Goes up again, and it's in there.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Outside Butler from deep three-point range. And no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
Trying that
This quarter has been
three-pointer.
hit
Going
or miss for
it
him.
today.
Mostly miss.
There's Winslow. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Winslow.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Here's Morant. And it's
this
in
goes
after a nice
straight
bounce
in.
off the right side. Morant's got 8 points.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Here's Nunn.
Oh,
Rebounded by Valanciunas.
you kidding me?
Valanciunas has got
What a
4
missed
rebounds now
three-pointer.
tonight.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot hit his shots to drop.
The Heat trail by 10.
Oh,
Jones,
set
no luck.
myself up as well. What?
Here's Brooks. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
I need to help the kid with some chemistry.
And
go
with
back to
this
my
summer
high school
signing
days.
of Jimmy
All right,
Butler, the
Cole.
Miami Heat
All right, man.
demonstrating they
See you in
still
a bit,
can
buddy.
lure star
Need
talent
to
to
hear
South
what's said
Beach.
about us debating
The
the
Heat
game.
back on the
You see
rise.
my
The
GTA
Butler
Sports
signing
settings
sets the
today.
stage for the summer
Yeah, I
of
did see it,
2021
Pete.
when they should have
Yeah.
the cap space to
Doesn't-
sign another max player.
The
not
Grizzlies
selling it
shooting
to
their
me
first
at the
free
moment,
throws of the
buddy.
game on this trip to the line.
Gonna have to try harder than that. Yeah, we did debate this game. We debated it as to whether it was worth getting or not.
Shooting 2.
But at 20 quid, I can't complain, man. 20 quid's a decent price.
And he makes the first.
And what you like most about Brooks is his attacking mentality. I mean, he's someone who excels at taking on the defense and charging inside.
And both free throws good for Brooks.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Crowder the pass to Hero. Stolen by Jackson.
Sort of passes, huh?
Here we go, one-on-one. There's Winslow. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pass to Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. Winslow against Butler. Back to Dragic. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Crowder, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Easy that to go
And
in.
with his feet set, Crowder can definitely hurt you from long range.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Now Morant. 8 points for him.
Wow,
Brooks with the
ate
bucket.
up the D on that
Brooks
one.
has got his second bucket of the night.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Here's Hero. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shot's good by Butler.
First
That was once a
three-pointer
weakness
by
of his game,
Butler.
but
That's
Butler's
how we
jumper,
kick it out.
now it is dangerous. The defense must honor it.
Pass to Brooks. Now Valanciunas. It's Morant in the corner. They get a hand on it. Brooks kicks to Winslow. Shoots over Dragic. Here's Valanciunas. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
they should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Out to the right wing. Outside Butler. From downtown, that ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
They get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up.
And the pass to Valanciunas. Brooks outside. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Shoots the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Flashing that leaping ability there. Butler really gets off the floor fast when he's near the hoop.
And it's Dragic with the
Damn
foul.
foul.
That's his
Hey,
first
just see
foul.
my GC
A
shoot,
different
mate.
look for
You'll see
Miami.
most of it.
Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Iguodala in
You'll
for
see
Butler.
most of it,
Some
but
changes
if
for
I do a live
Memphis.
on it sometime and you're watching, I'll show you everything on. Okay, man. All right, Pete. I'll keep that in mind, buddy.
Anderson finds Clark. Back to Anderson. Pass to Melton. From deep. The shot comes out. And the Heat going the other way now. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a
bring
little
that-
bit more of them,
let's bring
the
that
way they were
skill
able
back
to
up,
take
son.
care of their business.
To the inside, Clark. And he banks in the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
This is it to Hero. Back to Iguodala. Olynyk the pass to Crowder. There's Dragic with the 3.
Yes.
And again, Miami with the
Gorgeous
triple.
3 balls.
Great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Lock at 6. Here's Melton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Dragic dishes to Crowder. And it's denied.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story.
He's
Clark
in.
is a tremendous shot
he's
blocker
out there by
despite
himself.
having an average wingspan.
Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Anderson can't get it to go.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Miami again turning it over.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for
My
Miami.
career on this is good. You'll like it. Hey, back.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, but I just wanted to jump into
Dragic
it.
against
I didn't
Jones.
want to do career or anything. It just takes way too long.
And the whistle
And I
blow
wanted
is
to
going to be
control the
on
whole,
for
whole
Iguodala.
team. Not just one
That's his
person.
first foul.
That's why I did the season.
Jones, the pass to Jang. Finished off by Jang.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA. Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Jones finds Anderson.
Yeah, another foul.
For Memphis, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
You've got to stop giving away fouls. And your voice is like an echo in the background. Sorry, but so just
And
to
that
hear
one
what
was
you're
it.
saying.
And Miami making a change here.
Let me see how I can sort that out. I don't quite know what you want me to do. Let's see. Give me just a sec. Let's see if I can do anything. Remember, it's because I'm trying not to focus on me and I'm trying to focus on the game. It's because in game I'm trying to make it so that it makes you feel like you're there. So the commentators are the focus and the gameplay is the focus, not me in general. That's why I do the basketball streams, to make you feel what it's like to be there, or make the viewer who doesn't have the game feel like what it's like to be there. That's why I do it. That's why it's what it is. I don't know why my voice is echoing in the background. It just is. Is the commentators? I was always worried. Is the commentator's voice coming through okay? Is the atmosphere of the game good or not? Is the atmosphere of the game good though, Pete? It's not. The focus isn't on me. I cannot tell if I'm not watching it back. So I'm hoping that the stream is coming through okay, in the sense of gameplay, atmosphere and commentating voice. And if all three of those check out, then I'm absolutely fine. And to me it's a good stream. But those things need to be good for the stream to be good. And are they? Because I don't know if they are or not. Okay. Alright. That's all that matters to me, man. It's not, my voice isn't the importance.
Nunn's checked in. And he's good on the second. The Heat trail by 6. Iguodala's drive. There's the pass to Silva. Off target from three-point range.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Pass to Melton. Fires from deep. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
And here comes the break. With the putback.
Oh, no.
It's good on the putback.
Nice.
And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
The work ethic shining through right there. Kyle Anderson is someone that doesn't give up on plays.
Iguodala dishes to Leonard. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
And so it's Memphis in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels hearing your name in trade rumors.
Rumors are different for everybody, to tell you the truth. For me, I don't think about it because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You go out there and control what you can control. You know, try to help your team win games, play to the best of your abilities. And if it just so happens you get traded, then you got to suit up and play for the next team.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, GA, great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Heat, they've got Myers Leonard. He's out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Nunn in at the 1. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school. I'll do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Racing right toward the bucket. Draws contact. Iguodala still strong enough to send it home.
Memphis leading by 6.
Come on, guys. Let's do this.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Clark. He's covered by Iguodala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jones, and it's Memphis with another.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
And stolen by Jang. Here's Anderson.
Oh, wow.
Softly drops in the floater. Anderson's got his second basket of the game.
So good at positioning himself. I mean, Anderson excels at running the right route when the break is on.
Heat moving the ball around. Here's Nunn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now here's Anderson. 10-point lead.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot. Oh, the Grizzlies are going back to the grit and grind style of last season, the slowest pace in the league. They wanted to make the game ugly and uncomfortable for opposing teams.
And Chris, the Grizzlies taking the pace out of the game. Taking teams in the, quote, mud, as they put it.
Yeah, Kevin, their style was built on hard-nosed, disruptive defense. I mean, last season, dead last in scoring. To win, they had to make it a rock fight.
The league has cracked down, C-Web, on flagrants. Players leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rambis just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play, if anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days.
Gotta love the commentating.
My thing, Kevin, is just don't call a ticky-tack a flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach that's only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights.
What a
puts fans,
great pass. The
in
Grizzlies are
harm's
just
way.
eating us up right now.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Silva, the pass to Olynyk. Here's none. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Butler, he's checked in for a Leonard. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Memphis. Now, here is Robinson. Tight defense on him. And they double up Butler. 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the former number 11 pick in 2012, it's taken some time for Myers Leonard. But you know what, Chris? The last couple of seasons, his offensive game really is rounding into form.
Yeah, and I wonder, because he's a great shooter and a quick twitch athlete that can get his head at the rim, with the strong season at the line, could he be inducted into the 50, 40, 90 club?
2 shots. Last on the first.
The first free throw is good. Now with his face-up game, Myers Leonard comfortable playing at power forward or center.
Yeah, Kevin, but if you look at the muscle he's added, he sure looks like a pivot. I mean, 7'1", solid, 260. The hammer. Well, that's at least what he calls himself. He's ready to bang.
Bam Adebayo is checked in for the Heat.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to it.
Now here's Brooks. 6
He
points for
jumped
him.
too soon.
Here's Valanciunas, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 13 now for Memphis.
He's lost the ball.
Stolen by Winslow. Inside, here's Butler. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Butler's got 12 in the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. A former lawyer.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's the alley hoop.
In their front office. And the connection Butler has with his teammates, he knows when they're going to throw it his way.
And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Brooks outside. Pass to Valanciunas. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Miami's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Heat shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
All right, can we make anything of this?
The free throw drops for Leonard. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in, and so he makes both from the line.
Okay, 9 points in it. Let's go.
Scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs, shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor, and the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple.
Oh, shooting foul.
You can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes, and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
For Memphis, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
Crowder, he's checked in for the Heat. Earl comes in for Robinson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And last season, Jonas Valanciunas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best
Nice drive
basketball
from
of his career.
Dragic.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that
Oh,
offensive.
that's great, D.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Oh, he uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Brooks with no one around. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. Trailing by 13. Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Dragic has it in the corner. Shoots over Morant. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul.
Didn't even have any control over that one.
And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Here's
Wow.
Morant. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Butler. 14 points for him. Drills the three-pointer.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Dragic.
Wow, great
And
pass.
Valanciunas finishing it off.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Here's Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
And the first one drops.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to
What
really
a
just lock in.
Somehow he managed to go over
And I
me on
need to
that
see
one.
some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
The Heat trail by 16 to the paint. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Brooks leading the charge.
Wow,
That one
everybody
goes in
jumped
for 2,
and he
making
still
it look
managed to get the
easy. He's now
basket.
4 for 4.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Passes it to Crowder. The kick outside to Butler. Nailed
Boom.
from three-point land.
Nice three-pointer by Butler.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast.
Why?
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler.
Why?
That is his first foul of the game. Brooks outside. Valanciunas against Adebayo. Valanciunas inside. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside.
Cheers,
and that's
Nivea
10
Pro. How
points
you
in a
doing?
row in the paint.
Valanciunas against Adebayo. Again, the Heat good for 2.
his offensive skill set is
Not
off the
enough
charts.
though.
He has more than a few
The minute
ways to
we get a
punish.
basket, they get a bucket straight away.
And here's Morant. He's got 14. Valanciunas passes to Morant, and it's good, 2 points. Morant's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Well, don't go
And it's
out
gonna
of
be
bounds.
The
What are you
Grizzlies will
doing?
take it.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Dragic. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 13
What are
points
the
a game.
controls? Because I'm losing what they might be. Jump shot. Right. Bank shot. Okay. Free throw. Move and hold R up while driving. Okay. Two-hand dunk. How are we doing the dunk these days? Pump fake. Hop gather. Spin gather. Right, so there's a lot to do. That's nice. Put back's pretty cool. Right, so what do we do for dribbling then? Sprint is R2. So hold R2 or move L in any direction. Signature size up chains. Special signature size up combos. Right, in and out. Right, cross to hesitation escape. So there's a lot of stuff to do with the right stick. Pass, so we've got normal pass with X, circle's a bounce pass, a lob pass is triangle, a skip pass is hold X, a fake pass is triangle and circle, jump pass is square and X, yeah, I knew that, icon pass, that's what I normally use, flashy pass, double tap circle, an alley hoop is double tap square, alley hoop to self, double tap and move, that's a nice feature, so alley hoop to self. Lead to basket pass. Press and hold to make the selected receiver cut to the basket. Release triangle to pass. Right, that's what I was trying to do. Press and hold circle to freely move the selected receiver with L. Press circle to pass. Full receiver control must be enabled in control settings. Touch pass. Press X before the initial receiver gets the ball. Use L to select. give and go. Press and hold X until the receiver catches the ball. While keeping X held, use L to move the initial passer, then release X. During baseline inbounds when no defenders are present. Rolling inbound. Why the heck would you want to do that? Player swap is X. Intensive D. Hold L2 to get into a low defensive stance. Block. Triangle. Steal square. Crowd dribble. Fast shuffle. Yep. Hands up. Hands out. Yep. Shot contest. On ball steal. Vertical contest. Swap block. Ooh. Awesome, that was cool. Take charge. Flop. Why would you want to just fall down? Post pull chair. Icon swap. Okay. Post offense. Enter and leave post. Alright. Post pivot. Ah, that's how they're doing that. Hold L2 to post up and then quickly release when holding the ball. Drive to key. Drive to baseline. Drop step. Spin or drive. Yeah, I'm good, pro. I'm not bad, mate. How are you doing? Sorry for the late reply. I didn't know you would message. Okay. Right.
5 assists and 3 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. He's a tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 10.
Whoa.
Here's Valanciunas. Back to Brooks. Here's Jackson. Know what? They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Dragic kicks to Crowder. The pass to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Butler against Winslow. Shot clock at 5 to the left wing. Here's Adebayo. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Miami. Iguodala comes in for Hero. And Memphis also making a switch. Jones is checked in. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Memphis leading by 17. Here's Jackson. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Dragic finds Jones, and Jones slams it home.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Poked loose. It's stolen by Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Nice. That's more like it.
Take care of the ball, fellas. That's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Here's Jackson. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Winslow after the miss from Andre Iguodala. He can't get it to go. Dragic left side. Outside Crowder from deep. Rebounded by Jackson. with 1 on the clock. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
We still
And
find
so it's
ourselves
Memphis
behind in this
out in
match.
front by 17
After-
points at the end
with
of the quarter.
halftime.
Their transition game has been in full effect. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Jonas, good first half for you getting the ball inside, and you look really aggressive out there.
I'm just doing my job, what I need to do, be active in the paint, rebound, get some touches, go for work.
Always good to see a big man who plays big. Thanks, Jonas. Back to you,
Always
Kevin.
good to see a big man who
Thank you,
plays
David,
big.
for that interview. And
Great-
we'll see
great
you
to
back
see.
here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Jet. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it, Shaq-like. Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. You know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Butler. And too long on the shot. Now here's Winslow. Not a lot of room. Pass to Brooks. Back to Winslow. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Shooting fouls.
And last year, a bit of a pivot for Justice Winslow in terms of his game. Found one of the better ways he could contribute to the team is through his developing playmaking skills.
That's good from Winslow. And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with his shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game.
Now here's Jones. Stolen by Winslow. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. And Brooks gets it on the assist by Winslow. That's 12 points for Brooks.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Nunn. Left side, Butler takes the 3. Nunn can't get it to fall.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Down low.
For flip's sake.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free
Oh,
throws.
another shooting foul.
There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man, by far is Jay Will. Jay Will, White Chocolate, he was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him. I mean, he he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality, a hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
Count that bucket. 20 points for Ja Morant.
Well, when you have a guy like Morant, an elite ball handler who can hit from anywhere, there's no real limit to the points he can score.
Robinson passes to Nunn. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And oh, here we go. Brooks, nobody back. Finished off the break.
My
Brooks has
D
got 14
is
points.
sloppy. It always has been in this game.
Getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
There's Morant. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. 5th, Jimmy Butler.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Miami Heat. To the paint, here's Butler. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Stolen by Robinson. Butler passes to Robinson. Yep, it counts.
And this is the level of
20
unselfishness
points.
that Butler
We've got to
brings.
score
A
20
total pro
points.
Who moves the ball
Somehow.
well.
Memphis leading by 20. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Morant.
And where is the D,
teardrop
for
falls in.
Christ's sake?
Morant's got
Just
22.
not there.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Adebayo, the shot will not fall. Nice D from Valanciunas.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for the Heat. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Clark in for Jackson. To the inside.
Why?
Here's Brooks. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got 3 assists tonight.
The offensive game becoming more versatile over time. Brooks proving how dangerous
There's a
he
block.
can be on
There's
that
a block
team.
foul, isn't
Some
it?
changes for Memphis. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Winslow. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Dylan Brooks. Picked his pocket.
What?
And it's Memphis on the break. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Now here's Butler. He's got 24. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Great showing for him last season.
God
Averaged about
damn it.
18 points
Forgot
a game
about the
last
3-second
season.
violation
5
rule.
rebounds and 4 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Morant with it. 22 points for him. Melton's shot is good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Olynyk the pass to Leonard.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Leonard hits them both.
You got a big ask.
Here's Clark. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Here's Morant. Shot from the inbound, and it's good on the layup. Morant's got 24 points. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential All-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Nunn sinks the triple.
You can count on Olenek to move the ball quickly when he spots an open teammate, and that feed was phenomenal.
Here's Clark. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Melton. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Silva. From deep three-point range, Nunn can't get it to fall.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And that one's good by Clark.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Knocks it loose. Silva, the pass to Leonard. Right side Robinson. Back to Leonard. Passes it to Silva. Tries a 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Here's Jones. 7 points in the game. Olenek with the steal. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And how about Olenek, the presence of mind to finish the play even after the foul?
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Anderson.
And Kelly Olenek, from a basketball family, his father a successful coach, his mother a scorekeeper. He's grown up around the game.
The pass to Jones. Here's Jang. He's guarded by Dragic. Jang, the pass to Melton. And he uses the glass on
How's
the
he managed to get that
Melton's
in?
got 8 points here in this quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David.
I don't get it. I jump
basket
up
by Jones.
and I can't do
Even
any
from that
effects.
range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Outside Dragic. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
The results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Inside,
Oh,
here's
wait.
Jones. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Now here's Leonard. From deep. No good from Dragic.
Why do I keep trying to
They've
three ball?
shown some
Doesn't work.
strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And finished off by Jang.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Pass to Clark. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Olenek.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
And that one falls to Clark.
Just when I think I'm going to make a comeback.
No good on the second free throw. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. And the shot goes down. 10 points for Goran Dragic.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Pass to Jang. Here's Melton. Here's Clark. He has 5. Passes it to Melton. It's hauled in by Hero. The Heat shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Now the pass to Dragic. On the wing, Iguodala over Jang. Iguodala, no good.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 5 points now this quarter.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Here's Hero. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Trying to drive
First trip
through.
to the free throw line for him in this one.
First personal foul. 4th team foul.
That's good from Hero.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Justice Winslow comes in for Melton. And he makes both free throws. Memphis in total control. Knocked away. And it's Clark in the corner. He shoots again. He lays it in. Clark's got 9.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Now here's Dragic. 10 points for him. Iguodala outside. Trying to get open is Crowder. Iguodala no good. And for Memphis, they're shooting wonderfully up to this point. 67%.
My attack is great, but my D is sloppy.
Jones, no one around him. His 3-pointers off the mark. Crowder inside. Covered by Winslow. Crowder kicks to Iguodala. No good from 18.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
But he gets it back. Back to Jones. Here's Clark.
That should not be happening.
Miami grabs the miss. Crowder's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Another miss by Iguodala.
Wow.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
Here's Brooks. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
And this guy is a gamer. Brooks, you have to admire how competitive he is, even amongst aggressive coverage. Nice pass. Putting in work on the interior, gotta love it.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jones dishes to Valanciunas. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 6 assists in the game.
Oh, it's huge whenever Valanciunas puts together games like these.
I just can't hit 3-pointers today.
And so it's Memphis with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And don't go away.
Yeah,
we'll be right
our
back.
D is just disappeared. 121 to 91. Miami Heat might lose their first game. Well, they will lose their first game. So a lot to happen in the fourth quarter.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And for Memphis, they're shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. They've got Dragic. Jones is out there with Hill. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Iguodala in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Outside Crowder. Fade away. Here's Jones.
Oh, still missed.
The shot misses.
Are you kidding
And
me?
it's Memphis the other way. It's stolen by Jones. Dragic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Iguodala, the pass to Hill. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Hill's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's
get
Dragic
out of it.
with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Chris, we read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these
terrific.
kids. Oh,
Good
yeah,
for
I'm
you.
excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa,
Oh,
stand
come
up,
on,
baby.
guys. Get
So it
the
looks like
ball.
the Grizzlies will retain possession
You managed
here.
to blooming
Morant,
well
he's checked
get
in for
it,
Memphis.
and then you can't run after it because you got no legs. What's up with you?
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Hill against Jackson. Anderson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
With the long frame and adequate strength. I mean, Anderson, he one-ups the defender on that shot.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. They're making it too easy for him out there.
Morant dishes to Jackson. He kicks it to Morant. Two-time NBA champion Michael Johnson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show
This
to the
is
game.
crazy.
And pull out the arms
Every
and the curls
single
and say,
time I
"Check
try
out
to
these
get a
muscles."
ball,
But now I think,
I get a foul.
It's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. So many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But, yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
From deep.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Iguodala. Morant kicks to Jackson. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Morant missing. And
What?
here's
Who?
Hill, who will bring it up
Who's
for the
that
Heat.
to?
And it's out of bounds. They
Are you using console? Yeah,
And that's just careless.
I'm on PS4 at the moment, pro. And I am still here. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm using PS4. Just gonna take a drink break. We're losing at the moment. It's doing my bloody nutting. Oh, you mean difficulty? Is that what you mean? Oh, normal standard PS4. Standard PS4. So it's not the Slim and it's not the Pro. Yeah. Yeah. They boosted up the difficulty on PS4 Pro or Slim. Neither. It's neither one. It's the PS4 standard. It's not the Pro, and it's not a Slim. It's just the general PS4. It's the PS4 that came with a terabyte, so 1 terabyte, and I got an external hard drive to boost it to a 2 terabyte, and the 2 terabyte is enough for me. I'll explain it to you in the chat itself. So I'm taking a break anyway. Let's take a little break. Just to chat with the viewers. Alright, should we get back into the game? Anybody else want to say anything? Chat? Ask a question? We get back into it. See if the heat can come through. I don't think they will, but you never really know. You never know in basketball. Let's get back to it.
There. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for Jay Crowder. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Morant.
Wow, nobody on
Banked
him.
in off the glass. Morant's got 26.
Just another example of why you run plays through Morant. I mean, he makes great decisions with the ball in his hands.
Back to Iguodala. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Memphis. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. No coverage that time. Allen's got his first 2 points.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Outside Hill. Pass to Jones.
Oh, I still missed.
And
What are
again,
you
it's the Heat
doing?
missing.
Wow.
Look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Pass to Hill. Outside, Jones shoots a 3.
Yes.
Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Well, for Josh Jackson, not really the sophomore season he was hoping for. Didn't take a major leap forward and saw him fighting for reserve minutes at times.
And with Jackson, Greg, they just need to see more from him.
The upside, it's still there for Jackson, but nothing is guaranteed in the
Well,
NBA.
if this reminds me of anything, it reminds me of my MLB. I lost a lot and won a lot, but it's a shame I'm going to start the season off with a loss, but it is what it is.
Lofty draft expectations.
That free throw, no good.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Melton's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
And Iguodala comes to help. Here's Jackson. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Heat have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Fires for 3. And again, Miami with
boom again.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Grizzlies have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Tolliver takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with height.
Got that bucket in no time at all. That's 7 points for Kelly Olynyk.
A gifted scorer around the rim. Olynyk can finish over either shoulder, and he's got great touch.
Here's Melton.
Oh, straight through, no mucking about.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Oh, exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
Oh, well.
Almost, but it rolls out.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Jackson. Rebound by Iguodala.
That works just like they drew it up. until the part where he short arms the layup.
Chalk up 2 there.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson kicks to Tolliver. Here's Melton. 17-foot shot on the way. Anderson. Rebound by the Heat.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Stolen by Anderson. Floats one up. Allen's shot is off. Miami's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Hill passes to Olynyk. Unloads from 13. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got
Trying to
his
make a
assist
comeback,
on the
but it
night.
might be a bit too late.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Passes to Jackson. And there's the foul. It's going to go on Solomon Hill.
Oh,
That's
wow.
his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. This last season, the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was so...
Me too.
Man, Kevin,
Oh,
I
what?
was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
Adebayo passes to Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Jackson
Oh,
gets
flip
and
off.
2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. You see the shift toward players on
Cheers,
competing
Pro,
teams
but
becoming
I don't
friends.
think so.
How does that
I don't think it's going to happen. But cheers anyway. Thanks a lot, but I don't think so.
So when you played this,
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Butler, he's checked in for Solomon Hill. Here's Brooks. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Brooks has got 14 points here in the second half.
These are what I call rhythm shots. When Brooks nails these, it helps get him going.
Here's Dragic from
Oh,
outside.
he's missed again.
Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. With the floater, and the layup is good. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just to make him a little more unstoppable, Morant's developed a deadly tantrum.
Leonard kicks to Butler. Dragic dishes to Leonard. Over Valanciunas, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Dragic.
And look, he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Now Morant. And Robinson comes to help. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. Deflects the pass. Butler goes in. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
It's been a huge night for Butler. I mean, here's a guy who can shoulder the load offensively any night.
Oh, get out of it.
He's guarded by Dragic.
Every
Dragic
single
with the foul.
blooming time I try to
That
get
will
the
get him his
goddamn
4th foul
ball.
of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
Get a shooting foul.
That's that's good from Morant.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Bam Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Tolliver comes in for Jackson. Jackson, he's checked in for Winslow. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Dylan Brooks. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Grizzlies.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Ja Morant.
Oh, he's missed it once.
Energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
Kicks to Jackson. Here is Tolliver, defended by Jones. And that one's good, Morant. Morant's got 31.
Oh, who's the hell?
Just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's too late.
This is what guys
It's
play
too
for,
late.
and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling. The timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
That's game over.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding
Give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back.
And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is to take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long, everyone. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me.
Welcome to 2K TV, Kevin Harlan. I can't tell you how surreal this is because I watch NBA games all year, and now I'm finally sitting across from you, and hearing you in real life is just so crazy to me.
Well, it's fun to be on with you. Thank you very much. You're very nice to say that.
You have some of the most iconic calls.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K. In this one, we'll see the Houston Rockets square off against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, on the road tonight, tough to get that first W. But talking to some of the players, it sounds like they're embracing the role of villain here. And that's the kind of approach that can really bring a team together. And here we are, game one of the new season. Kenny, every team coming in with a clean slate.
Yeah, because whatever you had troubles in last year, that doesn't matter. This is a new year. Be optimistic until proven otherwise.
I'm just looking forward to spending another year with you guys. It's family. And Ernie, you're looking 10 years younger.
Thank you so much. I'm feeling 10 years younger as well, Sean.
Man. It's all exercise.
And you're looking like, what are you? You're down to what, 275?
No, 575.
575.
Lost 15 pounds.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Kenny?
I grew some hair.
Did you? Yeah, you did.
That's a wig.
All right. You all still there? Good. We'll
Miss
see you
you
later.
guys too.
And a good commentating team makes a great game. It just does. James Harden, what a legend. Let's see if he can make a difference tonight.
Welcome everybody to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Houston Rockets going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Tonight with us as well, the Book of Basketball author, Bill Simmons. Bill, great to see you.
It's great to be here. Nobody is more impressed than my 11-year-old son, who can't believe that he's playing a video game and gets to hear my voice. When he hears my voice just yelling at him normally, now he gets to hear me break down basketball.
But it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, he likes it.
Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And at one point, seems like ISO basketball was falling out of favor, Bill, but the Rockets have made a cornerstone of their success, that very thing.
True. For the regular season. And
right,
for the
and then it
early
changes,
rounds.
doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, I do wonder if it's like the run and shoot with football. Where it's this...
You don't trust it, maybe? You don't trust it?
Yeah, it's for the regular season. You're playing a team once. They don't have time to scout it for a bunch of weeks, but... You know, when you get to the playoffs and you're playing the same team 7 times.
Scouting gets better.
Yeah, and players, you just played it 2 nights ago. You did play against the same offense. You pick up little tricks. And I really wonder if you can win 4 straight rounds doing it.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward position. Now, here's Covington. Harden outside. And it goes out of bounds.
Straight away, it's the Rockets ball.
outside Westbrook. Houston moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Giannis grabs the miss.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
There's no point doing reach-ins. You just...
Here's Middleton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Middleton, the former second-round pick now, has put a lot of work in on his game. I mean, a ton of work. Really carving out a nice spot in the league as a result of his hard work.
Middleton hits them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now Westbrook. Here's Harden.
Oh,
DiVincenzo with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performances and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book.
It's a great idea.
There's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
Oh, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember.
I can't get a bucket to save my goddamn life. Come on. What the world's going on?
He's not playing, but he's
into it.
How to affect the game.
Good. Here's Bledsoe, and it's blocked, and they're able to recover. Here's Lopez, eyes yet again, and he comes up with the deuce.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys.
Harden left side. It's stolen. By himself, and the dunk by Giannis.
Oh my God!
Is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Here is House, defended by Middleton. Covington kicks to Westbrook. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and
oh my God,
painful for me to watch too.
Bill, do you ever think we're going to eliminate conferences in the NBA playoff seeding?
I think that they would have done a 16-seed no-conference playoff format years ago. I think they were really worried about their travel, though. And they've looked at it, and they've really studied it, and they've looked at the effects of, let's say Boston plays Portland in round 1, and you're flying 3,100 miles.
Oh, what a dunk!
And it's a 2-2-1-1 series.
It's a bit late.
What is the effect on the
like
team if it goes 7? I think they're really afraid of it. I wish they did it. I don't like the conferences. I don't really understand them. And over the course of NBA history, they've been really confused by the conferences. I wrote about this in the book of basketball, where we had years where San Antonio was playing in the East for a while, and Baltimore was in the West, which, go look at a map. Baltimore being in the West is ridiculous. Baltimore was in the West and Philly was in the East, and they're like 50 miles away from each other.
Yeah, they don't.
So they've never really 100% figured out the conferences, and I just think the 1 through 16 makes more sense.
It would sure be better basketball.
It would be better.
Yeah.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now Middleton following the three-point attempt by Giannis. Just 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Unable to get that one. And it's Houston the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Harden left side. Feeds it to Tucker.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Bledsoe. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. 5 on the clock. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on James Harden. Gordon
Can't believe
for
this.
Daniel
I'm getting
House.
ripped to shreds.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Bill defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the word, the landing space. All that stuff, like what would you call load management? We have all these phrases now. It's like, how did these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that start? Can we just play basketball?
Just like work. Yeah, just you think I just rest.
What's the thing they call when the guy travels, but they say it's not? It's like he's gathering the ball.
Time out.
Never said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah. Now a timeout called
They've
by
definitely
In addition to
definitely boosted up the difficulty of this. I can't believe. Well, you want a challenge. 2K20's got you. NBA 2K20's got you covered. You want a challenge? You ask for one, and here it is.
Over the game plan and making whatever necessary. Here, Green's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Ilyasova comes in for Brook Lopez. And George Hills subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now, here is Harden. 6 points for him. Good on the shot. Harden's got 8 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
To the middle, here's Giannis. Green with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Hill. A shot that time, not on target. And Houston the other way now. Bill, in the age of positionless players and positionless basketball, is there any player that, in your opinion, is more versatile than Giannis Antetokounmpo?
I think KD is probably more versatile because he can basically do anything you want offensively and guard for the 5 positions defensively. I think what makes Giannis so unique is he's basically a center, but doesn't have to play center and can play any of the 5 positions. But if you look at his stats last year versus any Shaq season, it's basically the same season. He's doing 27 and 13. He's protecting the rim. You don't think of him as a center, but he really is. But I think what makes him special and what is the next level for him is his ability to play point forward to point center on one end, but then protect the rim on the other end. And once he adds that last piece offensively, which, you know, for Kawhi, it wasn't until, like, what, 2017? And he had that, all of a sudden he could create that little 18-footer for himself, and then he became unstoppable. That's the last piece for Giannis.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And, you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive
Go on,
plays
Harden.
at the rim, I really
Get
do
you
think
going,
it
man.
sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee on the wing hill. Passes it to Ilyasova. Bledsoe kicks to Hill. Three-pointer. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Bucks lead by 3.
And you look at George Hill, his three-point shot, very reliable. A proficient scorer from behind the arc.
Harden against Hill. From deep three-point range.
Oh, he's buried it.
James Harden.
Nice.
Here's Bledsoe. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him.
Changes. Tamari Carroll comes in for P.J. Tucker, and it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. The Bucks also changing it up. Marvin Williams is checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Matthews in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's Williams. Here's Hill. Carroll with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
In 2019, Chris Middleton named an All-Star for the first time. Bill, can he be the second best player on the championship team? He was asked, I guess, to be that last year, and it didn't work.
I think he could be the 3rd best player in the championship.
Third, yes.
But I think you saw in the playoffs last year. When they
Oh,
really
what pass.
The second kind of creator. I don't even want to say scorer.
Missed
but
again.
somebody who could create a shot when your best guy is either sitting or having a bad game. He's just not quite there. He's too streaky.
Terrific play.
Really good player. If he could definitely be one of the best 4 guys in the championship.
Absolutely.
But as the number 2 guy now.
To the inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Harden's got it all tied up now for the Rockets. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Hill passes to Williams. Green against Ilyasova. Pass to Hill. Just 5 to shoot. Matthews, no good. And it's Houston on the break.
God.
Gordon's running.
What the freaking hell did you
Harden kicks
miss?
to Gordon. Over Middleton.
Yes.
It's good from Gordon. And the assist by Harden. Gordon's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And Gordon's so efficient as a scorer, especially from the mid-range where he's almost automatic.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Shots good by Williams.
Assisted by Wesley Matthews.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Rivers finds Green. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Matthews against Harden. Good D by Harden.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Hill deciding where to go with it. And here's Matthews. The three. It's a tie game here in Houston. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
You can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
You know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the court for the Bucks, Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. Williams is out there with Robin Lopez, and it's Hill in at the one.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. We all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an all-star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time all-star and well-deserved.
First time we're in the lead.
And here is Hill after Eric Gordon hit the three. Outside Matthews. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. The 10-footer. Here's Lopez. Great D that time from Green. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. The pass to Rivers. Now here's McLemore. Here's Carroll. First shot, first basket. He's on the block fast. And Bill, we've seen more and more teams base their offenses around three-point shooters. Threes are at an all-time high. We know that. Should the NBA, with that in mind, do anything to address this via any rule change? Which I don't know what that would mean, but it has been talked about.
I don't like changing. I think it's going to manifest itself with it doesn't work in the playoffs as well. And teams are going to slowly realize like that you need to blend an inside-outside game at least a little bit.
Well, you can't lose what the game is. No, it's bigs and smalls, it's inside, it's outside. And
it's still
what the hell was that?
The Warriors take
that was
a lot of threes.
Messed up.
But they're the most unselfish team we have, and they create a lot of layups, and they play, they're really creative. You just can't, that just can't be your thing.
What? How did I lose the ball?
The problem is, you're still going to get in these games where 2 points really matters, and that's what we saw with Kawhi in the playoffs last year. These games slow down, it's going to be a 92 to 89 ending, and your team needs to get 10 baskets in the fourth quarter, no matter how you're going to get them. You still need somebody to do that.
Here's Middleton.
That's just
plays it up
flipping
and
crazy.
It in. And now a three-point Bucks lead.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas. This is exactly what Eric Gordon can give you. Instant offense.
Here's Hill. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
And what about the smooth moves on the dribble by Hill? He's quite clever and skilled with the ball.
And there's the foul. Goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his first foul. Robert Covington's checked in for Houston. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Bucks. Covington against Williams. Here's Rivers. Drains the three-pointer. Rivers has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Here's DiVincenzo, defended by Gordon. Williams. The Rockets pull it in. A handful of players land the Supermax contract bill. By and large, how do you see those deals working out?
It's tough. Nobody's really been happy with it yet. You know, it's so much money and it's such a big part of somebody's salary cap, and you're just kind of handicapped with it. We've seen John Wall as the worst case scenario, but the situation Charlotte was in with Kemba Walker, where he makes the All-NBA team and now his Supermax is $240 million instead of $180. Like, that's crazy. And in a salary cap league, to pay $50 million a year from somebody is just nuts. It compromises the ceiling of the team. So the Bucks are going to be in this position with Giannis, where if he's making $55 million a year and the cap's $120,
oh wow!
How are you going to put a good team around?
You can't maneuver.
You can't. So I would put a wrinkle in there that I would make the Supermax, whatever, pay the player whatever the number is, but it only counts for like $32 million or something. Make it so that it's not
a percentage of the total cap.
Yeah, make his cap figure is 32. Even if you're paying him 55, and then that way people could compete better.
And, you know, Covington really excels with the mid-range jump shot. It just looks like he's really comfortable rising up from there.
Now, here's Lopez. Second chance shot, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Manuel House comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Rivers. And then for Milwaukee, Antetokounmpo comes in for Williams. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Hill.
And, you know, Westbrook is fearless. Likes getting deep inside and finishing around the rim and plays in attack mode all the time.
Matthews, no one around him. No good on the three. Houston's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Now here's McLemore outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. Bledsoe's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's the lob, and Kumbo, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
And he lays it straight in. Tucker's got his first points of the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Lopez. Poked away.
Backcourt violation? Are you kidding me? What?
No good. Shot missing. And it's Houston the other way.
Just ran into him like a solid brick wall.
It's blocked.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach though, and times it perfectly.
House the pass to Tucker. Shoots. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Tucker.
Here we go.
Now it's a 3-point Houston lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. They get it back. 2 points. That one goes. And that's now 18 points for Giannis.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys. And the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
House the pass to Covington. On deep, McLemore. And the rebound.
Why am I even trying 3-pointers? I can't get me.
He's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Low block shot on the way, and that one's good. House. House has got his first points of the game. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
Wesley Matthews.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Westbrook, no good. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 11 points. Matthews, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
The shot from 20 feet away. And the shot is long. Bucks leading by 3. Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Now here's Matthews. T right on him. Here's Antetokounmpo. Got a hand on it. Here is House. Here's Covington. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Man, I'm impressed by the level of concentration Covington has on these difficult finishes. I mean, in this league, you have to get used to making shots despite being bumped a little bit or being challenged at a high level.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Here's Matthews, and that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
2 minutes.
Westbrook against Bledsoe. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut back down to 3 after the basket from Westbrook.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Here's DiVincenzo. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Good D by Covington. Here is House. He's covered by Matthews. Covington dishes to McLemore. Three-pointer on the way. And it's Westbrook.
That's what we needed.
For McLemore.
We needed that three-pointer.
Tied up here for Houston. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Oh, been one hell of a game. Look at that koala bear. He's killing it. Absolutely killing it.
James Harden comes in for McLemore.
Big old breather.
For the Bucks.
There we go again.
Chris Middleton comes in for Wesley Matthews. Bill, we so appreciate you stopping by, spending some time with us. Always feels like there's so much more to talk about, which means we got to get you back here if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean,
oh, how have I missed that?
Go barbershop on him, Bill.
Here's DiVincenzo. And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. Six on the shot clock. Green against Giannis. The Rockets pull it in. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low. A baseline J. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
In for the Bucks, Ersan Ilyasova.
The Rockets trail.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Here's Harden up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Harden's got 21.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
Tie ball game at half-time.
A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Chris, how did the team's offensive approach improve in that first half?
We didn't have any type of tempo going. We were real stagnant, standing around a lot. Once we got moving and pushed the ball more, we got what we wanted.
Hey, Chris, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 21 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. What do you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. And they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Milwaukee?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense hot. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Gotta love Kenny and Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation.
Oh, nice. A bit of,
a
little bit of bicycle skills. Look at that.
He was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
You know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge.
Well, you know, last season for the Rockets, not as strong as the season prior. 53 wins and 4th seed compared to 65 wins and the #1 seed in 2018. Still face the same fate in the playoffs, though. Not able to overcome the Warriors.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by
first foul of the goddamn game.
Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington.
Oh, he's giving him
the 3. And that one drops. Bledsoe's got the first basket of the second half here for Milwaukee. Clark for the Rockets, that was the 4th time in the last 5 years they've lost to the Warriors in the playoffs.
And it's easy to see why this team has become a bit obsessed with beating the Warriors. They've been unable to do it in 4 or 5 meetings. Team is still in a good spot to compete. I think they just need to tweak just a touch to maybe get over the hump.
Here's Lopez after the Rockets pick up 3. Here's Giannis. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Covington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Really nice work here from Covington to draw the foul on his way up. He's got a real talent for drawing fouls and getting himself to the foul line.
Free throw drops for Covington. And the level of detail that Robert Covington approaches defense with is just phenomenal. He is always prepared for his matchup.
Yeah, and that's why he's an outstanding defender, Kevin, because he's got the physical attributes. He's got excellent speed and quickness for a guy of his size, good length and strength, outstanding hands. But he does a nice job of studying his opponent and what he needs to do to be effective defensively. I think he's one of the better defenders in the game and on the wing.
Now here's Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo. Can't hit from in close.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Harden, that's good.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
Bucks trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Bledsoe finds Giannis. Shot to stop the run, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Alder.
Well, guys,
oh, flipping hell, he still manages to get it in.
He's always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Now here's Bledsoe. Middleton outside. Giannis high post. The feed to Lopez. Tries again. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Gordon's checked in for Danuel House. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
How did I go out of bounds? Are you kidding me?
Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Milwaukee in the lead. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. There's the lob, and Kumbo throws down the alley-oop slam.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Bledsoe finds Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Hey, you know, in the age of analytics, there's a ton of talk about player efficiency these days. And as we can see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, his efficiency, extraordinary.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Mark, the level of nuance in the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
Houston making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. Now, here is Harden, guarded closely. Harden draws the double for 3. Westbrook, good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
Jesus.
In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Rockets trail by 4. It's thrown by Kumbo, and up the court come the Bucks on the break.
Really amazing. Absolutely astonishing how accomplished Antetokounmpo is on defense. I mean, he's disruptive wherever he is on the floor defensively.
Covington got it. Good job in the low post. Covington's got 4 this quarter. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-5
Antetokounmpo is just one of those guys you just hate.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on him.
Harden inside the three-point line. Bledsoe with the rebound. Bledsoe's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
It's Harden with the drive.
Oh my
God. With the steal. Here's DiVincenzo, guarded by Harden. Stolen by Harden. Here we go with Gordon. Nobody back.
Harden continues to work on his defense. It is a work in progress, but showing a bit of an edge on this end of the floor now. I like it.
Giannis dishes to Lopez. Back to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And the Bucks with possession here. James Harden missing on the 3.
Oh, taking it to the rack
with
power, hammering down the 2-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Oh my God!
It's Antetokounmpo, and it's the Bucks on the break. And Middleton, the
This
best on the
is
assist by Lopez. Lopez has got his 7th assist here tonight. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Milwaukee?
Boy, their hounding, harassing efforts at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Oh, let's get on with it. This is crazy. I can't believe
on the fast break
the
tonight.
passing
that
we're doing.
as well.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Hill, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
The pass to Lopez. Middleton outside. Pass to Bledsoe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. They grab their own miss. Here's Lopez. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They've shown some strength.
I don't believe this.
Today. Their work on
I really
the
do
boards
not believe this.
has
This is
been
crazy.
impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Ilyasova comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Matthews in for Eric Bledsoe.
Well, the evolution of Brook Lopez continues as he is now a premier stretch 5. His three-point shot continues to get better and now a huge part of his arsenal.
Milwaukee leading by 11. And Covington sends it down. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Hill finds Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Lopez, bold enough to give himself a nickname.
Yeah, what's the Splash Mountain or something like that? I guess he's earned it with the work he's put in on his outside shooting. More and more centers these days shooting the 3 ball.
You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon, Clark, off the bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for a shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
I'm shooting at one ball, I believe.
Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
Milwaukee leading by 8. Outside Hill. Here's the floater, and the layup is up and in. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, the precise placement by Hill with these floating jumpers, that's a hard shot that he's mastering.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
And Hill throws it down.
Man, I like the attack mentality of Hill. Always on the lookout to take it straight to the cup.
Here's Harden. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
Williams, he's checked in for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Wesley Matthews. That free throw good from Harden. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with a streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
And finished off by Rivers.
You know, Robert Covington is a decent passer at his position. He has a good feel for when to share the ball.
Passes it to Ilyasova. Here's DiVincenzo, guarded by Harden. Middleton can't get it to go.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Harden outside. Rebound by Ilyasova. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
My God.
I tell you what, Middleton really does a nice job at being able to score through contact. Sometimes he gets hammered, and he still gets it up and down.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Green comes in for Robert Covington. And McLemore subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Rivers. 10 points for him. Houston moving it around. He kicks it to McLemore. Here's Green, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Here's Hill. He's got 15. Tipped away. From past the arc. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he beat up?
A shake. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Tucker.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside Hill. In the corner, Ilyasova with it. It's rebounded by Houston.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Here's Tucker. They get the rebound. The three. It's good from long range. And now just a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from three,
Oh, you've got to be joking me. What?
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The drive by Green. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And let's briefly take a look at the stats for Chris Middleton. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And he knocks down the first one.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
They're acting as though it's cold. I don't know what that is all about.
And Jeff Green drops them both.
Well, you know, the Bucks can be a real force on defense. We're the top-rated defense last season in the league and #1 in rebounding and challenging shooters as well.
Here's DiVincenzo. Count it. 6 points for Williams.
And at 6'9" now, Williams is a threat to score the ball inside, so you got to keep him out of the paint.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. The Rockets making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. Bucks leading by 6. 34 seconds left in the third. Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And for Houston, they're shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Gordon, and that comes on the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's now 20 points for Eric Gordon. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Hill. And that one, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
4 seconds left. And another basket for
I
Milwaukee.
don't believe
And Hill
this.
is cash money from the mid-range area. You can't let him feel at ease pulling up from there. Got to make him uncomfortable.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Westbrook. And so it's Milwaukee heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We've got to take our chances. We've got to take our shots. We've got to stop. We've got to stop going for the 3 balls. Those 3 balls are not
And let's
working.
take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter, we've got Marvin Williams, He's out there with Chris Middleton. Hill is out there with Ilyasova. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2.
That's really stellar work from Hill. He takes pride in his defense, a lot of pride in how he defends, especially getting to shots. His timing is really exceptional.
Kicks to Ilyasova. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got assist number 5 here tonight.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Pass to Ilyasova. He feeds it to Middleton. Williams trying to break free. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's House.
Oh!
Milwaukee with the rebound. Ilyasova's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. And the officials signal the backcourt violation.
Yeah, we'll take that. The Blue will take that.
Played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Eric Bledsoe comes in for Donte DiVincenzo.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
That one is off.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Good on the second free throw.
And, well, whatever your feelings may be on the Rockets, you can't deny their offense works.
Yeah, it does work, really. I mean, I agree with you. 2nd in offensive rating last year, 4th in effective field goal percentage. This team knows how to produce points and be efficient in doing so, and they stay with
Oh, wow. Made me look like I'm standing still.
It's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
And so it's Houston with it, following the bucket by the Bucks.
How about these big shots for him in the 4th? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
To the paint, here's Hill. Westbrook with the boom. McLemore, the pass to House. Williams with the block. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drive.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Lopez, he's checked in for Marvin Williams. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. From deep, McLemore. No good on that one. And Milwaukee the other way now. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. And that one's good by Giannis.
Man, how about the vision of the hometown hero, George Hill, spotting a teammate and whipping it over quickly.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Gordon.
Yes!
James Harden in for McLemore.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Now here's Bledsoe. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh my God.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point per game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career high level.
And he sinks the 2nd. And for Bledsoe and the Bucks, he's been a great fit, Clark, as a 3rd option on the team.
Yeah, I agree, guys, because it really comes down to recognizing the right spot and right role for you with your team. And Bledsoe himself recognizes that. He says he's the happiest he's ever been since coming to Milwaukee.
Here's Middleton following the score by Houston.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
The pass to House. From deep. Rebounded by the Bucks. Bledsoe's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
And here's Tucker. George Hill getting it to go from deep.
Oh, he's missed it as well. God damn it.
Here's Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got his 5th assist in this one. Harden with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Middleton. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
And 7 of the last 10 points, Greg, they've surrendered, come off the fast break. So real easy to see what the problem is.
And that one's good. House.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Feeds it to Hill. That one doesn't go. Good D by Harden. Covington kicks it to Tucker. And he bangs it home with one hand.
The dribble drive once one of Tucker's weaknesses. Now he's refined it and added it to his arsenal.
And Bledsoe, here we go. And the shot goes in. And the Bucks lead by 10.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Harden's shot is good.
Well, that jump shot's a thing of beauty coming from Harden. I think some of it is the fact that his mechanics are good, but left-handed shooters sometimes just look sweeter than right-handed shooters. Amazing how many ways he has to score.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for defense, guys. I mean, you know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
10 points away, and I don't see how we're going to bring this back.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. Middleton finds Giannis. A fader. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 5 assists in the game.
You know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Lays it up.
Jeez, Antetokounmpo just doesn't miss.
Antetokounmpo's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Passes it to House. And here's Tucker. Westbrook with it. From beyond the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
They get it again. Antetokounmpo again. Antetokounmpo's got 48.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah,
he's driven it all the way up and then missed.
You know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting it.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Lopez. Middleton on the wing. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Bucks making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Rockets trail by 11. And a deep 3 from Harden. The 3-pointer off the mark. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks.
Oh, again.
Another bucket. My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And here's Harden. There's the pass to Tucker. It's Solomon to Antetokounmpo. And Robert Covington
get out of it, man.
And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Fucking hell.
That's his 3rd
Bledsoe against Westbrook. Bledsoe passes to Giannis. Here's DiVincenzo.
Nice attention to detail on defense. Harden showing he wants to improve on this end of the court.
Launches it, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Harden's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Rockets. Timeout called for Bucks.
Get up and get out there!
Present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Bucks lead by 12. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally
yes!
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Milwaukee leading by 8. The feed to Bledsoe. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 8th assist in the game. Harden trying to get open, and they pick up 2. House has got 12 points in just the second half.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
2 minutes remaining.
Giannis against Covington, and it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. He can't hit that time. Houston now, time running out. Here's Harden. Harden with the stop.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Come on, Harden.
1:46 left in the game. Covington against.
Oh my God! Get out of here!
Incredible.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. From deep Harden, and another 3 for Houston.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
There's the lob, and Antetokounmpo connects again.
And this game has his name written all over.
Oh my God, he's literally dominated this game.
Offensive onslaught. It's Harden with the drive, gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Harden's got 49 points in the game. Milwaukee leading by 5. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. Now here's Antetokounmpo.
He's out there all alone.
Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
From deep Harden. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making the GA look all too easy right now. There's the double team of Covington. And there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his third foul of the game.
My God.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bledsoe. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
That is the killer instinct of Eric Bledsoe. When the game is up for grabs, he seizes it by the throat.
Kicks it out to Harden. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight.
Oh, you gotta be joking.
Delivering and producing down the
Oh,
stretch.
you gotta be kidding. We were so close.
In order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. Clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
You know, an athletic and strong player at his position is Bledsoe. And he's a confident guy who I think makes an impact at both ends of the floor.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
That's game over, man. It's game over.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
I can't believe it. We've lost again. The only person we could have gone to was James Harden. And even though it did.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're down by 6. 7
We got to
seconds
score
left in the
2
fourth.
three-pointers.
Guys, your thoughts?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Oh.
Harden's shot is off. And so they foul intentionally.
P.J. Tucker. That's his fourth personal foul. At the line for the Bucks, Brook Lopez. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Brook Lopez a little bigger and more of an offensive player than his brother Robin. But they've both turned into
There's nothing we can
in
do.
this league.
Why are we calling the timeout? We can't win.
They're trailing by 8. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Here's McLemore. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so the Bucks take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops. And everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
You can't say we did not try, because we did. I tried and failed. Man. Okay guys, it brings us to the end of this stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm sorry that the AI is difficult and it showed. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next Baz86 live stream. Take care, take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time.